So here we go then, A final, leg number 1 off and away. And it's a nice clean start from these guys. Bloomfield goes over. So Lee Martin out in front now. Looks if Moss has made a move on Cockrell to take the 2 spot. So it's Lee Martin from Simon Moss, Tom Cockrell. And it's Tom Yardy up into the 4 spot. Collinson running 5. So race leader then Lee Martin comes across the line for the first time. And it's going to be Moss with Cockrell in attendance as they go around the first corner. Then we got Yardy and Collinson. So Lee Martin not really getting away here. Moss and Cockrell are in attendance as they go over the fingers, heading up to the doubles now. So Lee from Simon, from Tom, top 3 as they come through the switchback chicane now, onto the corner tabletop, down the main straight they come. First, second and third. And they're already a minute in, so 4 minutes to go in this A final, leg number 1. And Moss closing in now to the rear of that Yokomo of Martin as they head round the left-hand sweeper. Over the fingers they come into the first tabletop. Martin, Moss and Cockrell, top 3 now stretching their legs. And Yardy and Collinson having their own fight in 4th and 5th. So top 3 then, down the main straight they come. Nothing between them as they go over the double, and Moss gets it wrong, so Cockrell's going to take the place. So Lee has a bit of breathing space now, and it's Tom Cockrell moving into the 2 spot. That's where he started. We've got Moss in 3rd, Yardy 4, Collinson in 5. Neil Cragg is running 6, then it's McGee, Kevin Lee, Bloomfield and Waters. So race leader Lee Martin comes across the line. Cockrell in 2nd. Moss in 3rd. So last time by, the gap was 2 seconds between Lee Martin and Tom Cockrell. So Lee over the first tabletop now. And the Rubitz tabletop coming through the singles, around the switchback chicane, through onto the corner tabletop. And Tom Cockrell now trying to put the hammer down. 2 seconds was the gap last time by, and it remains 2.06. And their lap times just a couple of hundredths in it between these guys. So the top 3 looking comfortable now. Lee Martin, Tom Cockrell and Moss, that's your top 3. And there's 2.5 minutes to go. So we're already halfway through this A final, leg number 1. And Lee Martin, our TQ man, comes down the main straight. Here comes Tom Cockrell, and it's 1.8. So Tom gains a couple of tenths last time by. And Moss comfortably running in the 3rd spot. So it's all about Tom Cockrell now, chasing down hard with the Schumacher. Looking to close on that rear gearbox of the Yokomo. So they look quite a bit closer now this time by. And the gap's down to 1.5 seconds. And last time 25.08 from Tom last time by. And they're into the last 2 minutes. So it's the 1 car of Lee Martin going over the fingers, heading towards the tabletop now. Cockrell going over the 2nd tabletop, coming round the singles on the switchback chicane. Onto the corner tabletop they come. And Tom looks ever closer, and it's less than a second now. 0.97 is the gap. And there's 1.5 minutes to go. Tom has to put the brakes on, but he's not lost too much there as he heads on to left-hand sweeper. Lee over the fingers he goes. Into the first tabletop now, 1st and 2nd. No issues at all there as they head into the singles. Onto the corner tape one more time. Tom clips the pipe, no harm done. And it's 1/2 second now. So Cockrell in the 2 car, closing in on the rear gearbox of that Yokomo of Martin. There's 1 minute to go. So 1st and 2nd on the track together now as they head into the tabletops. Martin from Cockrell as they head into the first single, heading round through the chicane, onto the corner tabletop they come. And there's nothing between them. It's 0.3 of a second now, as you can all see on the track, 1st and 2nd. And they're both racing hard here for the win in leg number 1. So Lee Martin then, Cockrell taking a cheeky look down the outside, not going to get it done this time by. As they're heading over the 2nd tabletop, down ramping it together. And Tom Cockrell making a move on the outside. Lee hugging the inside line, and there's 15 seconds to go. So this is going to be the last lap for these guys. So Tom not far away. So Lee Martin then heading up the hill over the single, heading towards the sweep around the left-hand side. Over the fingers they go. Round to the tabletop now. Can Tom make a move? Onto the down ramp now. Time has expired. You will be finished as you cross the line. Tom looking around the outside. Lee on the inside. And Tom goes over. So Lee Martin is going to take the win in leg number 1. Tom Cockrell going to come through in second. Moss in third. Yard is going to come through in fourth. And it's going to be Cragg in fifth. Then Collinson, Bloomfield, Waters, McGee and Kevin Lee.